Well, hello there. Good morning. Welcome back to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. Welcome back to the best YouTube car affiliated channel on the internet. And you get to see my shop dog, Stella, who's very interested in checking out today's car that we're working on. Whenever I pop the trunk, she's interested in knowing if there's been another dog in there. And I don't think there has been. But that brings me to today's topic. I've been doing this job a long time. I consider myself a seasoned mechanic. Going on 40 years, it's a long time. And I've done a ton of pre-purchase inspections. So many that usually one party or the other, usually the buyer, walks away because we find something wrong with the car. Now, this car is an example of a select few of my customers who opted to do a post-purchase inspection. That in technical terms means you bought the car and then you brought it in to have it inspected to see what you bought. And sometimes it's not what you think. This car is actually okay, but I've had some that the people just couldn't live with, had to sell because they were unsafe. In Oregon, we have no MOT, we have no oversight on inspections or repairs or rebuilding or salvage value, and nothing like that. All we have is emissions, and our emissions aren't tough. So it's unlike the rest of the world, and there's a lot of shady things that happen. And from 10 feet away, this car looks great, and it's actually not a bad car. It's different though. It's a 2019 Honda Fit, and if you look closely, it's badged. It has an RS badge, front and rear. The Fits in the United States never came with that. I don't know if they came as EX, DX, LX like the older Hondas, but they certainly didn't come with the badge. They certainly didn't come with quad exhaust tips, and they certainly didn't come with a carbon fiber spoiler with, I think, Japanese writing on there. Can't quite make out what that is. I think that's Japanese or maybe Chinese inscription. But there's a carbon fiber lip right here above the third brake light, or right near the third brake light, quite an overhang on that, which is fine. It's tasteful. But I got to show you a couple things, and I don't want to break your heart. I don't want to break the customer's heart, but there's a few things going on here. So let's start. They're pretty inert, but there's a set of lights down here. I don't know if those work or not. They're kind of fogged up with moisture. You can see the water inside there. But what's really interesting is the quad exhaust tips. If you look closely, there's no way exhaust can come out of there. They are just for show. And let me show you how this works. Here's your muffler, your tailpipe, the one that exhaust actually comes out of. And those are the ones for show. And I can stick my fingers into the exhaust pipes here, and they're completely blocked off, which keeps them clean. I have this idea that I'd like to put little flamethrowers in on those and hook those up and make them shoot fire. I think that'd be really cool, but that's not what the customer's after. He knows that there's something kind of goofy. But if you look how it's attached, they use drywall screws to attach this lower valance. In a couple places you can see them poking through, and then on the inside, let's see if we can get underneath here. It's just kind of not quality, but it is what it is, and it's not too bad. But that's one thing. The other thing is the tinted glass. I think you could get Honda Fits with tinted glass, but this is really dark. And again, there are no laws on how dark you can tint your windows. So even this window up here, which is your A-pillar window, is tinted. And I believe the windshield has been tinted as well. And then same thing with the lights. These are tinted. And the lights have been changed. They're bright yellow on the bottom, which is fine. And then bright blue for the headlights. I'll open the door here. I should have talked about it. I think they come on. Yeah. I don't know how well that shows up in the picture, but that's a blue headlight, and those are bright yellow driving lights. I guess to be seen, it's fine, but it's what it is. Now, my inspection is not complete, but I do realize, or have found, that this whole part of the car was in an accident. And I know that because I can see the sanding scratches. If you look really close, you can see clear coat that's dripping off the bottom of the door. You can see runs, and there's just, you can't see it from the top looking down. Like most people would look at a car like this, it looks pretty good. But when you have it up on the lift, and I had it all the way up on the lift, and you look up at it, you can see everything that they missed. Another big sag and run here. There's Bondo and there's filler in most of this part of the car, which, you know, it's a post-purchase inspection now. The guy has to suck it up, but it's not too bad. But eventually this part of the car will fade or chip or tarnish differently than the rest of the car because there's a different substructure. The bumpers have been repainted, and there's a little bit of crud and stuff in them. And I don't think they use the highest quality clear. They just don't shine like the factory clear. So that's fine. Again, you see the RS logo here, which this car is not an RS. It's just a regular Honda Fit automatic. But interesting, you know, in this day and age, there's not a lot of things that people do to customize cars. And I guess this is one way of doing that. Just lightly customizing things. Tinting this, I don't know if that's a good idea, but it's kind of cool. Oh, those do light up. So you can see now, these do light up. They're LEDs. That's kind of cool. I wasn't sure if those lit up or not. They just went off. So there you go. That's a little insight into what I do. Luckily, this car does not have any accident damage, like major accident damage, like that bumper is not covering up a crumple zone that's been completely compromised. I have seen that before where, oh, it's just awful. And you can tell a person that the airbags have been deleted or discontinued or modified. The check engine light has been modified. You know, post-purchase is not the way to buy a car. So, all right, we're going to get back to work servicing this little guy, and I'm letting him know what's going on. Stella, my weather dog, is letting you know that it's going to be hot and sunny today, 80 degrees, and it's too hot to have your belly facing the sun. So we're just going to lay in the shade here and give a little belly rub. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and maybe somebody will rub your belly. Wouldn't that be nice? I'll talk to you later. We'll see you. Thanks for watching.